am Jody, and I work at Souba Greenhouse. Actually, I'm part owner of Souba Greenhouse with John and Bill and Debbie Shoma. I'm actually a kid. So this is the first year that we've ever done Christmas here, and we are really excited to try new things. So what we're going to show you guys today is we're offering a take-home porch pot kit, and this is what it's going to be. So it's going to be $49.99, and you get everything included in this pot. There's different ways that you can change it up, and we'll kind of show you different ways we can do that. I'm just going to show you how to plant a beautiful spruce pot. So for the take-home spruce pot kit, we have a choice of 5 different pots. You can always upgrade if you find a pot here that you like, you just pay the difference. We have some really fun pots. So the one I'm going to plant in today, I'm going to plant in this silver lined one, but we also have copper lined and gold lined. So you get to choose one of these 3. These are just a slight bit smaller, but really similar. And there's the copper and kind of a sand color, gray color. So these are all options that when you order this online, you can just write in the comments which color pot that you wanted. So what we get with the kit, whether you come to one of our classes or whether you take home a kit, you get the same stuff. So you get 3 spruce tips, these guys. Some of them have pine cones on them, some don't, but they're just really nice and big and full. And then you'll get 3 pieces of white pine, 3 Norway, then 3 cedar. What you'll also get is a pine cone to wire on. We'll give you some wire too. And then I'll show you some of the picks that we have that you get to choose from. So you can look online, and under the pick section, you can specify which one you want us to send with you. Otherwise, we can just pick one out for you too. We can surprise you. We probably have 20, maybe 20 varieties or more of picks. And you can kind of see we have a lot of them up on the wall. And then there's always different add-ons. We have the birch poles. These ones are actually made with PVC pipe. And these are about 5 feet. And then they come in sets of 3. And then we also have the, what are these, 30 inches maybe? And these also come in sets of 3. So those are an add-on that you could do. We also have fun gnomes that you can wire on your pot. We have a couple of small gnomes right here that you can stick on a wire and put in your pot. We also have the real birch poles. These are between 6 and 7 feet tall. I'm almost 6 feet, so you kind of get a reference. But we kind of cut them at an angle, and then you can use 2 sticks per pot. That looks really cool. We have hydrangea blossoms, and they're just dried. And this one has kind of a pink hue. We have some with the red hue, but those also look really cool stuck in pots. So we also got a lot of ribbon in for you guys to play around with, and if you don't know how to make a bow, you can always just have us make a bow too. But we have so many fun. We have deer, we have polka dots, we have pine cones, we have husky colors, and just different, fun different ribbon to choose from. And that always looks really cool stuck in a porch pot. Just put it in, wire it onto a greenery. That's always a fun addition too. Okay, so to put this container together, it's really easy. It's not, you don't have to be super crafty, anything to do this. So I'm gonna take my spruce tip, shake it out a little bit, and I'm gonna cut some of the lower branches off because I find it a lot easier to stick the bottom of it into the soil if a few of the lower branches are cut off. And then I'll show you what we can do with those later also. So I'm gonna do that with all 3. And I definitely would wear gloves if you do this at home, or if you do this in the class. It's really nice because they're prickly and really sticky. So I'm just gonna stick these 3 spruce tips in the pot. And I kind of just like to pick my favorite side and put that toward the outside. Like some of them, there'll be a little tiny bare area, and I just put that toward the center because it doesn't really matter what the center looks like. That side's a little flatter, so we'll put that in the inside. And I just stick that right down in the soil. And look at how much that fills up the pot. Just those 3 spruce tips, they fill up a pot so nice. So I think that this kit would be really good if you have your own pot at home and you just wanted the supplies. This would be really good for probably up to a 14-inch pot, and then maybe if you have a larger one, you could do 5 spruce tips. So those are all my scraps from that, which I'm gonna use in a little bit. Now I'm gonna take my cedar, and I am going to find my favorite part of the pot that I wanna use as the front. I kinda like being able to see the pine cones, so I think I'll have this as my front. That's my favorite side, so I always choose that. But I'm gonna stick these pieces of cedar. It has 2 sides. One side is, you can tell, is the front, so I kinda like to be able to see that from the front of my pot. So as I plant it, I'm gonna have this as my front. So I'm gonna plant it so you can kind of see that shiny green side instead of the duller side. I'm gonna find my tallest one and kind of put it toward the back. This is just kind of fun because it adds different texture. All these different kinds of evergreen just adds a fun different texture to your pot. And you can plant this, whether you can plant it where you want more things toward the back, if you have it shoved up against a building or something and you just want it to be big in the back and come down, or you can make it so it looks beautiful all the way around. So next I'm gonna take my Norway. And I love these, it's the long needles. The difference between this, the needles are just a lot longer than the white pine, and the white pine is more drapier. So I'm gonna put 3 of these in. You just shove them in. You can always play around at the end and perfect it. Then I'll take the white pine, and that's a little more drapey. And put that in kind of wherever you think it needs it on the side. Just more texture. You can kind of just play around and tuck the branches in amongst the others and kind of just get it. So that's kind of what I put together. Just step back and look at it and make sure I love it. Make sure it looks pretty even. And all the little twigs have a mind of their own. But now I'm gonna take these ones that I told you guys I was gonna come back to, and I kind of just shove them in. We might as well use them. So I just shove them in wherever I think there's a little hole. Because we don't want to waste anything. We might as well use it if we have it. Another thing that you can do with those extras is if you have just a small pot, you can do a tabletop pot, and you could use just all of these little extras and just put them in a tiny container and just put it on your counter. That's another fun way to use these little ones. So now I'm gonna take my pine cone, and I already cut a piece of wire. It doesn't need to be really long, but you can just wire it through the pine cone. And I just kind of twist it, make sure it stays on there. And then I have to decide on the pot where I want it. To find my front again. These spruce tips are pretty strong. So there's that. And then I'm going to pick out a stick to use. So I picked out this stick, and it's wire, so you can kind of move the little branches wherever you want. Oops, I'm knocking balls off. I'm gonna cut the tag off. And I kind of just gauge how tall I want it. So now I'm gonna put the stick in the pot. I have to find where I want it. So I can just stick it in. Because the pine cone's on this side, so I just want to put the berries on this side. So now that I have the stick in, I'm just gonna kind of move it around and kind of feed it through the different branches, so just so it kind of picks up. You can see it from kind of every angle. So it looks like real berries, not fake berries. But it's kind of nice because these kind of berries and these sticks, you can save them every year and you can use them again and again. So it's just I think. Yeah, so in class, everybody's going to be kind of making the same-ish pot, but everybody's going to have their own little unique touch. You could put birch bark or the birch sticks in there. You can do whatever color stem you want or stick that you want. Different pot, you can upgrade the different pots. We have a lot of different fun pots to choose from too. Christmassy and non-Christmassy. But yeah. All right, so if you guys have any questions or you want to get a hold of us, we're on Facebook. You can send us a message on Messenger. You can email us, soubagreenhouse@gmail.com. Call us, 507-451-1444. And our hours are Thursday is 10 to 6, Friday, Saturday 10 to 5, and Sunday 11 to 4. So if you guys want to stop out, we are open. You can come see our spruce bundles. You can see the spruce tips individual. We sell them like that too. We have some specialty greens. This stuff right here we have all of this just to buy singular if you don't want our whole kit. So we would love to chat with you guys. Stop on out, come say hi. I have food in my mouth right now.
You do?
Okay. Just push it in.
Hang on.
Okay. So it's alright, so the one okay, so now I'm gonna put so in class, alright, so we're around. Just stop in and just grab birch bundles or single birch sticks. So we also have, are you recording? So we also have